Lydia.
You. And she was in the car. She just showed up.
That's the best.
All right,
It
everyone,
really was.
get your databases. Lydia's birthday was yesterday.
You know, Facebook probably told me, but I don't pay attention very well to that.
Okay. Morning, Big Dan.
Good morning, Lydia. I half expected Sam to be on this call this morning to gloat, but he'll probably gloat on Friday
We gloat. Why?
because he's a Seahawks fan.
Seahawks.
Oh, yeah.
Because they won the most boring Super Bowl ever.
Right?
You know what? Boring in points, not boring in absolute just flawless execution on some of their sides. Like the defense, that's where they won the game. But before we jump into my retort on the game, I'd love to hear your wins, your celebrations, something you're just dang proud of. And welcome, Christy. This is our newest enrollee. She's going to be officially onboarded today.
Good morning. Thank you.
Morning.
Hi.
Hi.
Good morning.
Hope you like shenanigans with a dose of learning.
Sounds good.
I showed one new build yesterday and wrote contract on said new build.
Heck
Attaboy.
yeah.
On a new client too. First house, first contract.
Last week was a hell of a week, but got a listing this weekend, and we're under contract for another client right now after back and forth negotiations, and got another 2 pre-approvals. So we should be getting under contract here soon for whatever we find.
Nice.
Awesome.
I got my clients to be able to close 4 weeks early.
Dang. It's nice.
Well, by the way,
What did you do, Eric?
Well, you gotta have good relationships with your lenders for starters. Because if you don't have a good relationship and communication with your lender, then it's kind of pointless.
Yeah.
But just, staying on top of things, getting things done, talking to the lender and see what's possible. He's kind of in a bad situation. And he lost his house to his soon-to-be ex-spouse. And she threw all of his stuff out of the house while he was at work. So he's been couch surfing for the past couple weeks. Talked with the lender, see what we could do about closing early, and got it cleared through escrow. So yeah, working good with the lender.
I know there's more wins. I was talking to you guys all weekend. I know there's wins out there. Michael. Hey.
Thanks,
Sorry.
Fabby.
Just got something.
Who?
Fabby.
Who did you? Oh, Fabby.
Clearly, my coughing isn't
Me?
been directed at the right
I thought
person.
he said Michael.
Yeah, I thought you said
I
Michael.
thought he said Michael.
Oh,
Oh,
It's
I
Eric.
heard.
We can blame his tinnitus. It's okay. He spent too much time downrange next to a howitzer.
I don't know that you can spend too much time doing that. That sounds amazing.
It's not. I promise. Take my word for it.
Yeah.
We got had a buyer. Actually, the buyer's parents fly in Friday. No, Thursday. Went to go look at 8 homes and put one under contract by Sunday.
nice. It's cool.
There you go. All right. It's Monday. Monday is the most important day of the week. Not only does it signify us to reset our weeks, but it's also an opportunity for us to shake off the nonsense from the weekend. And yesterday being the Super Bowl, this morning being Super Monday, We have some opportunity. Now, today's going to be a little bit heavier of a conversation because I know it needs to be said. There's a lot of divisiveness, division, hate, and nonsense all over the internet. Do you agree?
My God, yes. And I don't even know where this is coming from.
That's the thing, is it doesn't really have to be something that's very specific. It just has to be said. Now, if you're Bad Bunny or if you're a Republican show, what do they call them? Turning Point USA show. I don't care. It was your choice to watch whatever you wanted to watch. And that's fine. The big issue is there's a lot of people that are just screaming for no reason. There's a lot of noise out there. And opinions, anger, divisiveness, just division everywhere. And everyone fights to be heard. Like social media, on this call, anywhere you want. You've got people positioning to be heard. But here's my big question for all of us. Is what we're putting out there contributing to the noise or helping people rise above it? In real estate, are there not conversations, topics, situations, headlines, issues that our community at large does nothing about? Absolutely. Is it hard right now to buy a house?
Depends on who you ask. I don't think it is.
Yeah, it can be. Now, as a consumer that has no insight on what's going on in the real estate market, would you think it's hard or easy? Based on just news media alone.
Hard.
Right.
The ability or the process? I think the ability to buy a home is extremely difficult. I think the process is fairly simple if you have to find the right people.
Well, yeah, it's because it's us, Jim. We're the right people. We make it easy.
Fair.
But I want to say that is like, if you don't like this label, I'm sorry. Deal with it. You are a leader. I'm not the only leader on this call. You all lead. And who do you lead? You lead yourself, right? That's the most important. You lead your clients. You lead others in the environment around you, right? Leadership isn't tested when the water is calm. Leadership's built in rapids. It's tested when emotions are high, when waters are rapid, when things are not certain. The people that are listening to you will follow in your footsteps when you're willing to lead them. You don't have to match the volume of the people out there screaming against what you're trying to accomplish, right? Houses are expensive, rates are terrible, it's hard to get a loan, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of noise, and I like to say that word, there's a lot of noise. Just because the world is loud doesn't mean you need to be. Just because people are reactive doesn't mean you need to be. When you're in a situation, and let's say we're in a building, the building's on fire, someone calmly says, "Follow me. We got to get out of here." Or someone screams frantically, running around, "We got to get out, we're going to die." Who are you going to follow? It's not rhetorical. Who's going to follow the screaming chicken?
Nope.
Not me.
No.
You know, follow the person with most confidence.
Why is that?
Safety? He knows. He apparently knows. It says, I don't know if it's psychological or what, but a lot of the times, and I could tell you from like military experience, I mean, you get scared pretty easily, or not easily, but a lot. You just kind of go with it and have that false sense of confidence to get ourselves out. The person that was the most confident and positive about the outcome is the person you normally follow. The person screaming, freaking out is the person you kind of run away from, because those are people that normally get you killed. Don't stay in one spot. Move.
You align yourself with people who are in control.
Absolutely. Is calm power, right? Calmness is power, right? If I'm calm, I know what's going on. Right? If I'm in a street fight and I'm the calm one that's standing there being like, all right, cool, let's see what happens. The other person probably is going to start to really doubt their decision. Because I know something they don't. Control is power, right? I can control my emotions. I can control my response to things. Am I able to help navigate out of tough situations?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know there's multiple offers on this house. Don't worry. I have a plan. I know that this house has a whole bunch of work to be done with it. Don't worry. I have a plan. Being able to measure your response is powerful. And that means if you don't know, who can you ask? Borrow confidence, right? Borrow confidence from somebody else. Like Eric said, you get in those situations enough, you get to the point where you're just like naturally evolving into this place of, I'm pretty confident. I'm going to get us out of that. We've gone through this before. Now, is real estate an active war zone?
Yep.
It can't be on social media, but not so much where you're getting shot at on the regular. But you want to make sure that you have that same measured response because energy is contagious. If you're volatile, what's going to happen with your buyers and sellers?
Get sour and fall apart.
Right. Is it going to be a fun conversation? No. In your business, in your home, in your everydays, especially with the people around you, if you're chaotic, the room is chaotic. If you allow yourself to get pulled into energies that other people are trying to push out there, you've lost your balance. You've lost your grounding. So don't get pulled down. Don't get baited. Don't lose your standards. Mikey and I have a seller right now that both of us would probably like to have a 3 a.m. conversation with out behind the bar. And I told Mikey a couple days, about a week ago, I was like, all right, we can't handle, I think I had the exact words, we can't handle this like a normal client. We can't communicate like we normally would because everything sparks him. And he wants everyone to get riled up with him. And he absolutely hates my very because I'm not allowing that energy to get bolstered. Because that's the environment he thinks he's most strong in. Chaos. Guys, we can ground ourselves to the point where others will have to slow themselves down. When we're chaotic and we're frantic, are we usually moving slow or fast?
Fast.
Fast, right? If we're moving fast, do we get to see all the things going on?
Nope.
What are we going to miss?
A lot of things.
The
Right.
important things.
Right. Raise your hand if you've ever heard me say slow down to speed up. Right. It's kind of a stupid saying, isn't it? Slow down to speed up. The reality is, in our world, if we are going so fast, 1,000,000 miles an hour, we get tunnel vision, right? I want everyone, if you're not driving, go ahead and put your tunnels up. Can you see everything around you, right? Do you have focused vision? Or are you missing something?
It's slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
Yeah. The faster you go, the longer your tunnel becomes. The less you see. And if you're so insistent on getting to where you want to go that you've blinded yourself to the other opportunities around you, you might miss something important. It's not losing the race to slow down. You might see a shortcut. You might see a danger in the road other people don't see. You might see something in negotiations or in the property that the clients don't see themselves because they're so fast to make a decision. Slow them down to speed up. Because what happens if you get a buyer that absolutely loves a house and they just go, 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 and they put an offer in on it, they're like, we don't need inspections, we just want to move in. And then 2 years from now, they find out that the house is filled with dragon bees. We're going to have problems. That's going to slow your life down, isn't it? Right now you're in lawsuits, you're in court, you're in all kinds of stuff. Build confidence in the people around you, but you start with yourself. And how is it that we, as a professional, as a leader, become more resolute and sturdy in our leadership? Is it because you're born with it? I don't believe so.
Practice it.
Practice it. Okay. I like to practice it. Tell me more.
Put logic before emotion.
Right. Sometimes we're just going to have to put logic before emotion. Now, there's danger in that, right? Ladies on the call, please hear me when I say this. Does sometimes, if when a man becomes overly logical, do you feel unheard?
Mhm.
Why is that?
Women are more emotional, right?
Exactly. Now, some women that line more to the masculine side of things, not it's a bad thing, it's just how your brains work. You might find logic to be a more sound argument. I'm not highly emotional. I actually lack some emotional IQ. I'm the type of dad, when you get hurt and fall down, I laugh at you. And then I help you get up and get back in the game. I'm not going to sit there and coddle you and say, it's okay, baby. It's okay. Mommy loves you. Not that I don't love my wife for doing so, but that's why she's in my life. She's balance. I would hate to be my own dad. My dad was even worse for me. My dad didn't even check on me when I got hurt.
I was about to say the same thing, Dan.
And
My dad just got mad and said, get in the truck, let's go to the hospital. But here's the thing, right? It's not always good to be logic over emotion, but understand the people you're talking to and be able to lead them. If they are the emotional creature, lead with a higher emotional IQ. You're going to have to learn how to handle that. I hear you. I understand. Help me understand what this emotion is coming from. Where are you seeing this? What is happening, right? What feelings are involved? Because the emotions might get ignored by logic and vice versa. There are definitely people out there that will ignore 100% of the things you say logically because they're emotional. And we often miss nuance because we're too logical. We miss emotion. One of the best things you can possibly do for yourself is to learn emotional IQ, is to understand different people's way of thinking and believing, right? We've talked about the DISC profiles a lot, DISC. I got a text from Christina the other day, and I absolutely loved it. It was, all these, lots of texts. I don't know. But she said, these clients are high D all the way, finally working in my native language. I love that. Because I'll tell you, she has done a lot of work in the last 2 years to be able to handle the other three. For those of you who see Christina as a high I and a fun, bubbly person, get her on a serious conversation. You'll see exactly what I mean.
mhm.
Lock horns with this woman. That's why she never has her eyebrows on. She's always headbutting people. But that's the thing is, she's learned that, you know what, if I'm a high D, I'm going to run people over. So I need to slow it down. But when you're working with someone that's the same natural tongue and same temperament as you, it feels flawless. It's easy to lead people like you. It is not easy to lead people opposing you. I am a let's get it done, let's get going. I don't need the details, just show me the baby type of guy. Some of you are the I need to talk through this and feel heard before I can make a decision type of people. And that's okay. When we lead others, we lead them, not ourselves, through them. It's one of the hardest things to do because we want to just project our beliefs and our thoughts and our emotions on other people. How do we lead from the front? Turn around. Look at the people you're leading and make sure that they're following in the right steps. Because just because you know where to go and you're in front doesn't mean they're following you the right way.
Mhm.
Or get behind them and push.
That's the other thing. Oftentimes, leadership is servant leadership. I'm helping you by helping you do it, not by showing you and demanding it get done. I was once in a class, a long 3-hour corporate seminar about leadership, the difference between leadership and management. Anyone ever heard that? Leadership and management. Managers get things done by authority, right? You'll do it because I'm your boss. All right, raise your hand if I'm your boss. Exactly. Every one of you does not get a paycheck from me. At any point, you could say, you know what, Dan, go put on your soft slippers and go kick rocks. I'm done. And that's okay. That's your choice. I'm not your manager. I don't manage what you do. Now raise your hand if I'm one of your leaders. There's a
Hand is
difference.
raised.
Leaders get things done through respect, motivation, appreciation, and insight. My leaders in my life are some of the most influential people. I still think about them. The people that have led me. My very first manager, his name is Harold Jaggers. Super rock star kind of name for a super quiet guy. The man never raised his voice, except for once, and I'll tell you that story at a different day. Never really seemed very bothered by life. Everything was just, it is what it is. It's almost like this man has been shot at his entire life, and he was just like, okay. He's like, the bullets bounce right off me. I'll be fine. Super calm, super collected. Didn't matter how busy, how stressful, how chaotic life was around him. He walked with the same timbre. So that when I was in a position and I needed guidance, he told me, dude, slow down. You're trying to go too fast. You're going to make mistakes. Brad Zakoff is a gentleman that passed away a couple years ago, lost his battle with cancer. He's where I got slow down to speed up. I come from a racing background. If you guys don't know that, is if you're trying to race faster, do you go into the turn super fast? No, you slow down so that you can accelerate through the turn. You have to slow down to speed up. Your clients are going to remember the way you led them in a real estate transaction. And that will be the determining factor, is that if they refer you to someone or not. The way you lead that person is also going to dictate how you respond when things go off the rails. Anyone ever had a client that just wouldn't listen to him, and all of a sudden your broker got on the phone and it's almost like they speak a completely different language because your clients are like, oh yeah, that's exactly that's what I was thinking. And you're so mad because it's the exact same words you said.
Mm-hmm.
Except for our client.
Yeah, except for that guy. Fuck that guy. Well, anyways, it's the power of just a separate point of view. You can literally have someone say the exact same words you said and it be heard differently because of the position of power and authority. So when you're in these tough situations, ask questions like, how is this helping? How is this hurting? Is this getting us closer to our goal, or is this getting us further away from it? Are we strengthening our mindsets, or are we just entertaining ourselves 30 minutes every morning? Believe it or not, every single one of you has the position of leader. Lead by example, lead by influence, lead by response. But lead by the idea that I'm here to help people live a better life. And damn it, sometimes they don't want to. That's going to be the hardest thing for you, is being able to cut people loose. Do you have to work with every buyer and seller you talk to?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh man, we were talking about real estate.
It's funny how it blends all together, isn't it, Jim? Hi, baby. Oh, Jess is in here messing with Moose. But here's where I think a lot of us can benefit, is that belief system right there. I don't have to work with everybody. I know you've heard me say it. If they're not going to listen to you, they're probably not a good client of yours. Because will they do what you ask them to do, tell them to do, and help them do if they're not going to listen to you? They're going to chat GPT it and create all kinds of chaos and frustration in your world.
They're gonna do that
Accurate.
anyway.
Eric's like, I feel real attacked right now.
I do.
He's talking about a lot of my clients. No, I just want to showcase.
I've had this happen once or twice.
This isn't all Eric's clients. This is everyone's clients. Every one of us that had somebody in this ballpark. And self-leadership is the willingness to walk away. I am a fighter, and it is absolutely one of my worst characteristics that when I lock horns, I want to rip off the other person's. I never fight for understanding. I fight to be right, and that's not a good thing. I know that's not a good thing. So I try to keep myself out of that fight because I know once I'm in that fight, I'm the dog you bet on. So for me, that's leadership, is knowing that there are certain types of people I have to take a break from, or certain types of clients I can't service because I know they just want to fight, argue everything. There's a reason I brought Mikey in on the deal I'm working with, because he and I are very similar, but we have that one key difference. People like Mikey more.
Yeah. I can see that.
See, I'm not wrong.
He's
I'm not
very
wrong.
likable.
He's not as pig-headed as I am. He's not. I'll give you one thing. You get Mikey riled up, he's gonna swing on you too. And I love that about him. But it takes a whole lot more than me. So leadership is willing to be able to pull other people into the conversation. Knowing that you don't know it all. 2 heads are better than 1, 4 eyes are better than 2, right? The collective genius is better than the isolated fool. Because when you want to get into the fight of things, let's say there's a big truck that just drove down my driveway. I think my daughter just took my truck. So thanks for asking. When you're in these conversations and these situations and you've got a client that just you feel a lot of friction from, ask yourself, can I lead this person? Will they follow my direction? If the answer is no, the next question needs to be, do I want to be their leader? Do I want to guide them through a transaction? I'm a big believer in mental health. If a client is challenging your mental health, it's probably not a good idea to work with them. Find a solution, find a resolve. I've had some people that were just absolute drains on my energy. You guys all remember, not all of you, but some of you guys remember the one I fired about this time last year. You remember that one? Called me up, just completely bashing me and my family on the phone because she was having a bad mental health day, and then continued to say I was trying to steal from her and take advantage of her. Cut them loose. I don't care how much money I've got invested. Cut them loose.
Yeah.
Right. Leadership starts with the mirror. Lead yourself so you can lead others. And I guarantee you will find more business when you find that calm energy that says, don't worry, follow me. I'll get us out of here. Was today worth your time?
Yes.
Yes.
For somebody who thought this was a real estate conversation, it wasn't.
Coincidence.
Guys, you don't control what's happening in the world. All you can control is your response to it. That's it. You can't control the volume. You can't control the noise. All you can control is your response. If you're not adding to other people's lives and you're just adding to the noise, do us all a favor and just shut the fuck up. All right. Who was the Seahawks cheer honor yesterday?
I didn't even watch it.
Who was pissed off that, honestly, guys, I was super excited that the kicker, I don't even know his name, got the record for the most the field goals in a Super Bowl. That's what I was excited about, setting
I
record.
kept saying he had the best game ever.
You know what? He was an all-star. 5 field
He
goals.
was.
Come on, now that's just killing it. Now, my wife, you guys know Jess is from Seattle, so I was cheering for the Seahawks last night. And I even had to put a kind of an apology letter out there on social media to my old former manager because of it. Made me laugh. Some of you saw that already. So, guys, thank you for being a part of my morning. This is what we do every day. We lead. So, mindset reset, lead first. And if they're going where you don't want to go, be okay getting out of line. I'll see you guys tomorrow.